Alright, so today on the Dawgfatha's Barbecue YouTube channel, we got a new rub. That's right, it's Stick-e-Fingers barbecue rub. My man Chad over at Stick-e-Fingers sent this to me and said, hey Dawgfatha, I got a pretty good rub that you might want to check out, brother. So I figured, hey, what better to try this out on than pork belly. That's right, today I'm going to show you guys how to make sweet, savory, and succulent pork belly burn-ins on the Yoder YS640. So let's get into it. Alright gang, so as I said, we're going to do sweet, succulent pork belly burn-ins today on our Yoder YS640 pellet smoker. I got us a fantastic cut of pork belly from one of my local meat distributors. You can find this pork belly at your local Costco, your Sam's, your local grocery store, and you want to make sure you get a piece that has the skin already removed, or you're going to have to remove it yourself. So tell you what, enough talking, let's get into this. Alright guys, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get this cut up into cubes, okay? Now you can cut this up into any size cube you want. I'm going to shoot for probably a 1x1. So I'm going to use my Victorinox here 6-inch boning knife to cut this up. And I'm basically just going to come here and I'm just going to cut it right down. And just repeat the process across. Alright, so now that we got that cut that way, we're going to move this out of the way. And we're going to just get it into cubes. Okay, now that we got all of our pork belly cut up into cubes, and we got some that are bigger size, we got some that are smaller size, it's really not that big a deal, just get them cut up. This is a fantastic rub that got sent to me from one of my subscribers, so we're going to check it out today. And we're going to get this sprinkled on. And what you want to do here is you just want to coat all of your pieces of pork belly here. We'll coat the top side here, and then we'll kind of roll it around and get the other sides too. Alright, so now we got all of our pork belly pieces all coated in this Stick-e-Fingers barbecue rub, and man, this stuff just smells absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to definitely put the information down in the description box so you can check this out for you guys if you want to try it out. But what we're going to do is we're going to put these pork belly pieces onto a wire rack to make it just a little bit more manageable onto our smoker. So let me grab that rack and let's get these put onto it. Alright guys, so we got all of our pork belly pieces put onto our wire rack here. I went ahead and took some rub and kind of touched up when I put these on. You know, you kind of move rub around, so I went ahead and touched it up here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to let this rest here. We're going to go get the Yoder fired up. We're going to smoke it at 275, and we're going to use post oak pellets. So I'm going to get the Yoder fired up and I'll meet you guys at the pit. Alright guys, so hey, we're here at the Yoder. We've got our pork belly burn-ins over here resting away while this thing came up to temperature, and we're now rolling at 275. So I just kind of want to explain what we're going to do here. Again, we got the Yoder fired up. We're using post oak pellets. We're running at 275 today, okay? So we got our pork belly cut up. We got them cubed up. We got them, you know, with the season onto it. And now it's going to be time to get it on the pit. So what exactly we're going to be looking for once we get it on, okay? We're going to put this on the pit and we're going to let it go, get some of that smoke flavor into it until we get to the color we're looking for. I don't care about a temperature. We're not doing temperature checks. I'm not using temperature probes. The only thing we're concerned about is we're running at 275 on our Yoder pellet smoker today. You don't have to use a pellet smoker. You can put it on your Weber charcoal grill. You can put it on your offset. It doesn't matter. Whatever your cooker is that you use, go for it. We're just running at 275, okay guys? So we're gonna put this on here. We're gonna let it get some smoke. We're gonna let it go until we get the color we're looking for. It'll probably take us about 1.5 hours to 2 hours or so, and we'll take a look then. But we're gonna get these onto the pit now, so let's get it on. All right, let's go. Alright guys, we're at the 2-hour mark here. We're going to take a look, and we're looking like we're getting some decent color on these things. So we're going to go ahead and get on to our next step of the cook. We're going to get these off of this. We're going to put them in aluminum pan here. So alright, so we got our pork belly off of our smoker here. We got them in our aluminum pan, and now it's going to be time where all the magic is going to happen, guys. So we're going to get this set up here. What we're going to do is we're going to put some brown sugar in here, and this is about a cup of brown sugar. So I'm just going to sprinkle this all over. To this, we're going to add in a stick of butter that I just have chopped up here. So we're going to put this all over, and then what we're going to add, final ingredient, is going to be some honey. So we're going to sprinkle some honey all over this guy. The last step is going to be covered in some foil. And now we're going to take it back to the pit. So back to the Yoder we go. Alright guys, so hey, we just got our pork belly put into our aluminum pan. We got our brown sugar, our honey, our butter. It's all in there, it's sealed up, and it's back on the pit. So what do we do now? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let this braise away, and these juices from the fat that's going to keep rendering out of the pork belly, as well as the melted butter, and it's going to mix with that sugar, and it's just going to be a great, just succulent goodness that's going on here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to let this go here for probably about another hour before we take a look, and at that point we'll assess what we're going to do. But right now it's just, hey, sit back, relax, let it do its thing on the Yoder or whatever grill that you're cooking this dish on. Just let it do what it's got to do. Let it braise away in those juices. So we'll come back here in about an hour, we'll take a look, and we'll see what we're going to do from there. All right, see you then. Alright guys, it's been about an hour or so, so we're just going to kind of take a look. And look at that goodness there. Basically, I'm just going to baste the top of these pork belly pieces here. Kind of make sure everybody gets in the pool here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cover this back up. And we're going to let it keep going. Alright, so just like that, we went ahead and checked this after that first hour. I like the way it's coming along, so I just went ahead and basted everything, make sure every piece of that pork belly gets in the pool, so to speak. And we got it covered back up. We're still back on the grill. So we still got it at 300 degrees. We're going to let it go for another hour. We'll come back and check it, and then hopefully at that point, we'll be ready to move on to our next step. So I'll be back in an hour or a few seconds for you guys, alright? See you in a bit. Alright guys, so we just got our pork belly off of our Yoder. We've had it on for another hour and 15 minutes or so, and this is what we're looking like here. And these are looking really good. They're nice and tender. And what you want to look for here is you want them to be nice and tender, but you want them to still have a little bit of texture to them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them out of this braising liquid, and we're going to get it into our other pan here. So let's transfer them over. Okay, so now we got all of our pork belly pieces into our other pan here. We're going to put a glaze over this, and the glaze is very simple to make, guys. So what I did here was I took about a half a cup of our juice from our pan, added it to my favorite barbecue sauce. You can pick whatever barbecue sauce you want. We added another tablespoon of our rub that we use, the Stick-e-Fingers BBQ rub, and I added a little bit of hot sauce just because I like that sweet and spice in it. So we're going to just go ahead and pour this on, and we're going to make sure all of our pieces of pork belly is just all coated in this glaze. Kind of be gentle, don't tear it up like I just did here, but kind of be gentle and toss it around. So now that we got all of our pork belly pieces coated in this glaze that we put together, we're going to get this put back on the Yoder. So let's get it put on. Just like that, and we'll get this thing closed up. Alright guys, so hey, we just got our pork belly off. We got it glazed up with the glaze we put together. We just got to put back on our pit. I got the temperature back down to 275. We have it in our tray and it's uncovered. And we're just going to let these pork belly pieces just glaze over. So we'll probably come back and check this here in about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. So I'll see you then. Alright guys, so hey, let's recap what we got going on here. So today we got some pork belly from one of my meat distributors, and we're going to make some pork belly burnt ends. So anyway, we got this pork belly. We went ahead and cut it up into our cubes, roughly 1 inch by 1 inch cubes, and we got it coated down with our Stick-e-Fingers BBQ rub. We went ahead and got this put on our grill, YS640. We ran it at 275 for a couple of hours, just till we got to the color that we wanted, and then we went ahead and pulled it out. Got some butter put in there, got some honey put in there, got some brown sugar put in there, sealed it up, put it back on our pit. We let it break down to get to the tenderness that we're looking for. Roughly it took us just about 2 hours, maybe slightly over 2 hours, at which point we went ahead and pulled that out, transferred it out of that juice that we braised in with the butter and the fat and all of that was in there, and we went ahead and got us a little a glaze put together that consisted of some barbecue sauce, some of the juice from that pan, more of that barbecue rub, a little bit of cayenne, or I'm sorry, a little bit of hot sauce for a little bit of heat, and we got it put back onto our pit and let it glaze away for about 30 minutes. So we've got it off and we've got it rested, and so now it's going to be time for us to go ahead and give it a shot. So let's get over here and check it out. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is our finished product. We got our pork belly burnt ends here, and man, they smell fantastic, look amazing. So I'm just gonna have to go in for a bite, so let's go ahead and take a bite here. So guys, I gotta tell you, man, this rub right here, it's a really good rub. It's got a great color to it. It's got a good sweetness, not too sweet though, but it's got a great sweetness to it, and the savory is balanced just right, perfect for pork. So I guarantee you this is one that I'm going to use again. I'll have the information down in the description box below. And as I've always said to you guys, hey, if you enjoyed this video, you might want to check out a couple of these that I have posted right here, as well as click the subscribe button up here, all right? I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.